Hey everybody, it's Debbie with Painting Junkie. How are you today? It's my birthday month. It's March. Who likes March? March is the month that it changes. It changes from winter to spring. Hallelujah. So they say that March either comes in like a lion and goes out like a lamb, or it goes in like a lamb and goes out like a lion. Which is it for you? Because it changes every year. I remember talking about this with my students when I was a teacher. We would do a bulletin board. And we would do little paper plate crafts, and we would make lambs and we would make lions. And we would do these at the end of February. And then when March 1st came, we would decide if it was a lamb day or a lion day. Because sometimes if it was stormy and everything on March 1st, that means it came in like a lion. We'd talk about, the weather being like a lion, the weather being like a lamb, and how that would relate. Anyway. Hey, Jamie and Tony, thanks for joining me. So we're talking about whether the weather in your area came in like a lion or a lamb. Here in Missouri, on March 1st, which was Saturday, I'd say it was very nice. Let me think. It wasn't as great as it was the week before. It was a little chilly, but it wasn't storming. So I would say it probably came in like a lamb. So it wasn't storming. So does that mean it's going to go out like a lion? Is it going to be storming at the end of March? Have you guys heard that? Am I the only one? Tell me I'm not crazy. So have you heard this? If you watch on the replay, chime in here and let me know if you've heard March goes in like a lamb and out like a lion and vice versa, depending on your weather. I'm not crazy, right? Okay, so in Missouri, I'm going to say that it came in like a lamb, and hopefully it doesn't go out too much like a lion. Anyway, because that would maybe mean storms, snow, thunder, tornado. Hope not. Okay. Anyway, I love March. And so spring is coming. Yay! What is your favorite spring activity? I am seeing some comments. How are you ladies today? So what is your favorite spring activity? I love to go camping. We have a camper. We have a pull behind the truck camper. And my husband and I always start off in Branson in the spring because it's close and there's a store nearby if we forget anything, because that first time you always forget a few things. And so you have to run to the store and get the things that you forgot. So you don't want to be out in the boondocks too far on that first camping trip. So we like to go camping in the spring and the summer. Hey, Lisa, thanks for joining. And so, yeah, we like to go camping. I love to look at the flowers. They are popping out. I think the first things that bloom, what blooms where you live? What blooms first? I know the forsythia, the yellow forsythia blooms here in the yards. And the grape hyacinth, the purple hyacinth, I don't know if they're grape, they're purple. They come up really quickly, and then after that, the daffodils are pretty quick, and that is my birth flower, March. I keep thinking I'm going to say it different. I keep saying it the same. The birth flower for March is a daffodil, which isn't actually my favorite, but it turned out really pretty on my hat that I burned last week. Tony, you're looking for a camper? Well, we'll talk, girl. I'll tell you what to look for. I'll tell you what you need, what you don't need. I got you. We have one now, and we're looking to upgrade because I call it our practice camper because we didn't know what we were doing the first time, and now we do. I'd say we're seasoned. We've had it 4 years, and now we know kind of what we're doing. So anyway, and we just love being outside in the spring. So what do you like to do in the spring? Tell me what you guys like to do in the spring. So I have a little story to tell you about my birthday. So I had 2 younger brothers. I'm the oldest of 3, and my birthday is March 9th, so it's coming up this coming weekend. It's on Sunday. So March 9th is my birthday, and I always wanted my birthday to be some sort of holiday, some sort of special day holiday. And so since I was the oldest and they believed everything I said, I told them that my birthday was on Kite Day. I just totally made that up because, you know, it's windy in March, and you're supposed to fly kites in March. And so I just totally made that up, and I told them that my birthday was on Kite Day. So I think you guys should all go fly a kite on March 9th, Kite Day, because it's my birthday, and I told my brothers it was Kite Day. So I wonder if they remember that. I should ask them that. I'm pretty sure there isn't a Kite Day. I should look that up now that I'm older and there's a kite or a day for everything, right? French fry day, ice cream day, pizza day, coffee day. There's a day for everything. There's probably a Kite Day. Wouldn't that be crazy if it is March 9th and I didn't make it up the whole time? Janet, oh my gosh. I was just telling a story about, I told my brothers that my birthday was on Kite Day, and I made it up. Totally made that up. Okay. Janet's my cousin, by the way, so she knows my brothers. Okay, so I have an announcement that I wanted to tell you guys, but first of all, we're going to do a little burning on this beautiful teal. I told you I was going to look up the color at the, it wasn't the store, but it was the vendor that I got this hat from. So this is my beautiful teal green hat that we're going to start on. I have a lot of gifts, online gifts, lives, to give you in March, starting today with an announcement and starting to burn this hat. So it's going to take 4 lives, I've decided. We're going to spread this out because I don't like to be on here like a long time with you guys. You guys get bored with me anyway. I'd rather pop on at different times. So we're going to get started, and I'm going to start with the top, okay? We're going to do the top of this, and I'm going to trace on one of my essential stencil designs, and this isn't from the hat designs. It is from the spring line, and it's the flower tiles. It's in a 4-pack. It's the flower tiles, and I love the small ones because you can still, they're small enough to go on here. So I'll show you what they are. There's this one, and I don't know the names of these. This kind of looks like a peony, and I love all the different things around it. And this one, I think this is the one we're going to use today. I don't know what this one is. I'm not very good with names of flowers. If you guys know, tell me. National Kite Day was February 8th. Terry, did you look that up? Thank you. A whole month before. Thank you for looking that up. Well, I knew I made it up. I knew it wasn't true. National Kite Day doesn't seem windy enough in February, right? Let's just get that changed. Let's just get it changed to March 9th. Because I said, right? Okay, this looks like some sort of tulipy type flower. It's pretty. Oh, and I know this one is our iris, right? Pretty. Look at the outsides too. This is a really pretty set. Anyway, this is from Essential Stencil, and if you want any Essential Stencils, then please, I'll drop the code in here. If you want to use my link, you can get 10% off. No, if you use my link, I appreciate it if you use my link because I get a little, yeah, Terry. If you use my link, then I get a little bit of an affiliate. It's my affiliate link. And then if you use my code, PaintingJunkie39, then you get 10% off. So let me tell you a little tip. If you are not sure how a hat is going to burn, go to the inside here and make a little mark. I always do my initials. Make a little mark and see what it's going to burn like. I think this is going to be dark. turn you down just a little. And I'm gonna just do a little DH. Okay. Now, I did realize when I was doing that I need my glasses on. Okay. So yeah, it looks like it's gonna be black. So you can see in there. Oh, that's backwards and upside down or something, isn't it? All right, so that's where you can tell what it's gonna look like when you start to burn. So since it's going to be dark, and why you wanna know that is when you're tracing from a stencil, the kind of ink you use. So if it was gonna be light, then you would want to use a friction pen because the friction ink will disappear with the heat and it won't muddy your burn. It won't muddy the hat, okay? Because the ink won't melt into the burn if it's a light. Did I say that right? So the ink will disappear. Let's just back up and start again. If you use a friction pen, the ink will disappear and then it will not muddy up your burn if it's a light colored burn, if it's a light colored hat. That happened to me on a gray and a cream hat. It burned a very light silver color, and the ink pen that I used burned into it and it kind of muddied it up, and I had to end up painting it, and I solved my problem, but it was a problem. So, but this is dark. This is gonna burn black. So I can use a regular ink pen because if it melts in there, fine. I would probably, if this was flat, I would tape this on, but it's not flat. So I'm just gonna hold it and I'm gonna trace the flower. Okay, now it's very important because I have had people burn on their hat and it was backwards. So it's important to know where you're at in the hat. So this is the back. And so I'm gonna have the flower going this direction. And for now, I'm just going to, I need my glasses. I'm just gonna trace the flower and then maybe some of this outside. I may move the template around or the stencil around for some of the greenery, but then again, I may just freehand the greenery. Okay. And this is a regular pen. Let me make sure this will work. This is a regular pen. And when you use a stencil, it is so easy to burn a lovely design into your hat. So while I'm tracing this, I'm going to talk to you about my next lives that I'm going to give you to finish this hat, because we're going on a little birthday trip Friday. So I'm going to be back finishing this hat on this, or not finishing, but working on this hat on the 17th. So we're leaving town to go on a little birthday trip. My husband and I are going to Key West. I have always wanted to go to Key West. Super excited. Who's been to Key West? And what should I do there? Okay, let's go to this one. We're going with some friends, and two more couples, some of our best friends, and we're gonna go down and just enjoy that for the week. So we'll be back on the 16th, the 17th, the 19th, and the 21st are the 3 days I'm gonna come back and go live, finishing this hat with you. So we're gonna burn on the crown and the brim, and we're gonna write she, I think it's she or I, let's see, you, it's you. You belong among the wildflowers. And I'm also going to use the words from the hat template from Essential Stencil that go along the brim here. They're great. They are great. They go with the curve of the hat. I will say that this is a bit challenging when this isn't flat. So be aware of that. Just a bit challenging. So we're gonna do that, and then I'm gonna show you how I freehand the wildflowers along the crown. I have a pink hat that I did, and I was at a hat burning party with some gals last week, and she wanted to do wildflowers, and I showed her my hat, and I told her that I did it freehand, and she had a template that she was looking at, and I said, you know what, this is how I did it, and I just kind of told her how I did it, and she looked at it, and she's like, she was nervous. I could tell she was nervous, but she did it anyway, which, oh my gosh, I was so proud of her. And it turned out so good. And that's what made me think, if I can just tell her how to do it like that, then I can just tell and show you guys. And so once you see how I do the freehand wildflowers, you can too. You can too. You won't need a template. You'll just do it. So I'm going to show you that. That'll probably be on the Wednesday, the Chat and Char. The 19th is when I'll get to that one. And then on the 21st, we will embellish and pick out the band. And I'm sure we will need some floral embellishments. Uh-oh, did I move this? So those are the three. That's the Monday, Wednesday, Friday after I get back. And then, I don't want to tell you till I get done with this because I need my hands. Then I have one more free tutorial that I want to tell you about, and I want to show you, but I have to be done with this. Okay, I think I'm done with that flower. Let's do this little stem. I like that. Okay. All right, there is the stencil for that. Key West is fun. Have you been, Robin? You live in Florida, don't you? Oh, your pink hat. Yay. What's the best hat burning tool and even a starter set of everything? Oh, well, I'm going to be giving you a list, a supply list of some things. But for starting out, you can just get a simple little wood-burning wood-burning tool from Walmart or Hobby Lobby or Harbor Freight. If you have a Harbor Freight tool, they have them for $10. I think that's what this one is. And it's pretty good just for beginning. And then see how you like it. They're like $10 there at Harbor Freight. And they're not much more. They're definitely under 20 at all the other places. But then if you really get into it, then you might want to get one with the wire nibs and the temperature control. But you're going to love it. You're going to love it. Okay. Let me show you what we're going to do after that. Hey, Laura. Okay. So I'm going to burn this in a second, but my most exciting tutorial is a purse. A purse. I found purses. They're on Amazon. You guys can find them. I've got two to show you. I'm gonna pick which one we're gonna burn on the tutorial, but I'm gonna do a tutorial on Tuesday, March 25th in the evening. I never do these in the evening, so it's special evening for you guys to see, but it's gonna be a big one. So there's this kind, and they are a good vegan suede. I even tested them. I even did a little test, a little DH on the bottom to make sure, just like I showed you to test the inside of that hat. I tested the bottom of the purse just to make sure, because I do not want to burn anything with you guys that I am not sure is going to do a good job. So this, I don't know if you can see, but it's really soft. It feels amazing. And this is a good bag, okay? This is probably a little, this is smaller, okay? This is smaller than the other one, but it's still pretty good size, okay? Don't get black. Black won't show up. So that's one, and I'm gonna put the links in the event. But this one, I mean, this could be your computer bag. I love this one too. This is probably the one I'm gonna end up burning on because it's so big. Same type of material. And I tested it. A little DH on the bottom. Had to make sure. All right, what do you think? Amazon, you guys. Amazon. All of the other bags I've looked at have been wholesale, and it's things that y'all can't get easily. You can get these. Everybody can get Amazon. So I'm gonna put the links in the event. I'm gonna get the link. I'm gonna get the event up for March. I'm not gonna have an event for, like I had an event for this, Chat and Char. I'm not gonna have an event for all of the lives for this green hat. But I will tell you just to watch my page, watch Painting Junkie. I'm going to do them on the 17th, the 19th, and the 21st. So just stay tuned and watch that. They'll be at 10:30, just like this one. So stay tuned and finish this green hat with me. But I will have an event for the 25th. It's an evening free tutorial to burn a purse. I will have a supply list. I'll tell you everything you need to get. There's plenty of time now because it's what, the 5th? We got 20 days. It's the 5th, right? Yeah. You have 20 days to get all your stuff ready to go. Or you can just watch and then get your stuff later and watch the video. But you know what Facebook's doing? They're like cutting them off after 30 days. So, you know, I'll download it and have the link, but you're only going to have a little bit to watch that because I'm going to have to move it somewhere else. Okay, let's burn this. I'll put you down again. Doot, doot, doot. All right. Now, I am going to look at this. And let's see what this is the way it goes. So it's going to be upside down for you guys. And then, let's see. Let's go around. I'm going to start up here. All right, these were all, this was like little, these were like little circles. We're going to do these little circles. Okay. It's a very light touch. It really does help to look at the picture of what you're doing, because sometimes you can't tell from the outline what it is supposed to be. So it really does help to have this next to you to see like, oh yeah, that was a petal. And then these are like little lines to kind of give it some detail. And I'm probably gonna end up doing my own little thing here. And that's perfectly fine too. Once you get to going, you're like, oh wait, I want to change it. Nothing wrong with that. So I have an art retreat coming up. It is April 3rd through the 6th in Hot Springs. I had so many great ideas for art projects. I couldn't cut any out, so I'm going to end up probably doing them all. So I've got six art projects for the weekend. And 2 of them are burning. And one of them is bring your own boots. We're gonna burn some boots. But I think it's better if everyone brings their own. That way they have their right sizes and all that kind of stuff. So BYOB, boots. And then I've got something else fun that I've learned to do. I'll show you in just a sec. It's something I've been wanting to learn for a while, and I just did it. Okay, this is the bottom one. And then there's a lot of these little things. I think they're coming all the way in. We're gonna make them come to the middle. Oh yeah. Oh, there's one I forgot here. This must be the outer edge of this. Yeah, that's pretty. Okay, now I have to figure out which ones of these. I might just do, these little green. I think greenery is actually the easiest kind of freehand, you know, because it's like a stem and then little leaves. And so I don't think I'm going to trace any of those, but it does give me the inspiration for what to do. And I don't need it everywhere. I'm just going to do a few. So let's just do a little bit up here. We'll do one up here. And then always like to do like a little line. I think I'll connect that down. And, oh, they have kind of one in the middle. Let's just do that too. Let's just do two like this. Kind of fill that space. Yeah, that was kind of blank. And let's do one down here too. No, let's do two. Ho, ho, ho. Let's do one going this way, one going this way. Oh, do you hear those sirens? So it snowed here last night. Did anybody else get crazy weather? Like, what is going on? I thought that the snow was over. It hasn't really done anything to our roads. I'm getting ready to go out to lunch. I have a wonderful little group. It's a retired teacher group that meets for lunches. And we're having my little birthday lunch today. I'm sharing it. It's another little one of us birthday. It was, she had a birthday February 11th, but the weather was so bad we didn't get to celebrate her birthday. So we're doing a dual birthday lunch today. So I get to celebrate all kinds of times. Okay. That'll be fun. All right, I may add some things in this little groove, but I think for now, that is gonna be great. That's gonna be great. So, when I come back on the 17th, we're gonna do She Belongs Among the Wildflowers on the brim. And then I'm going to show you how to do freehand wildflowers along the crown. And then we'll embellish this hat on that week. So the 17, 19, and 21st. And then I'm going to put on my page the event for the purse burning, and I cannot wait. I hope you guys join me. And if you watch this on the replay, let me know. I'm so excited. And you guys keep watching, and I'll see you guys later. Have a great day.